Sa video natin ngayon, we will be answering some problems in kinematics involving calculus and also the general formulas yung na-derive natin last time. So for the first problem, a particle travels along a straight line daw with a velocity 60 squared minus 30t plus 36, where t is in seconds. When time is equal to 0 seconds, 0 second, the particle is located 1 meter to the right of the origin. So this is the initial displacement. Now the first question is determine the acceleration when t equals 2.5 seconds and identify whether the body is decelerating or accelerating. Now to get the acceleration equation with respect to time, we have to differentiate this function. So kopyahin natin yan. 60 squared minus 30t plus 36. Differentiating this with respect to time, we get dv over dt, which is just the acceleration. So multiply mo yung 2 dyan, magiging 12. Tapos bawas ng 1 sa exponent, t na lang yung matitira. Then minus 30t would become minus 30 na lang. Then 36 is a constant term, so mawawala na yan. So we have 12t minus 30. Now when time is equal to 2.5 seconds, substitute mo lang yan, a is equal to 12 times, dito na lang, at t equals 2.5 seconds. So times 2.5 minus 30. Now 12 times 2.5 minus 30, this is equal to 0. So parang 0 meter per second squared. Now since 0 yan, the body is not decelerating nor accelerating. So wala sa dalawa. So the particle, ganito na lang, is neither accelerating nor decelerating. Now marami sa inyo, chinek pa yung velocity. But kapag 0 yung value ng acceleration, no need na. Since ito na yung conclusion mo. The particle is neither accelerating nor decelerating. Since 0 yung value niya. Walang acceleration at this instant. Pero, since yun naman yung first instance na nagbigay ako ng 0 na acceleration, I will just consider. Now for the second question, determine the displacement from t equals 0 to t equals 9 seconds. So for this question, we have to form the displacement function or the position function with respect to time. Now we have to integrate this, but take note na meron tayong boundary condition. When time equals 0, the particle is located 1 meter to the right of the origin. Therefore, ito yung boundary condition. At t equals 0, s must be equal to 1. Positive 1, since right of the origin kasi. So, integrate mo lang yung v, di ba? ds over dt is equal to velocity. So, multiply mo lang yung dt dyan. So, ds equals v dt. And then, integrate ito rin. Tapos, apply the limits. Para sa position, 1 meter to the right of the origin when time is equal to 0. So, lagyan mo ng s dyan. Ito naman, t. And then, v is equal to 60 squared minus 30t plus 36. Ayan. So, integrate from 0 to t. Essentially, magkakaroon ng variable t lahat ng terms once you integrate. So, hindi na yan magmamatter. And then, ito naman, integrating ds, magiging s, and then apply the limits. 1 saka s. So, this will become s minus 1 equals 60 squared, integrate mo yan, magiging 60 cubed divided by 3 minus 30t squared divided by 2 plus 36t. Ayan. So, lipat mo lang yung 1 sa kabila, magiging positive 1 na. So, s is equal to, simplify natin yan, 6 saka 3 magka-cancel, 2 na lang yung matitira. So, 2t cubed minus 30 divided by 2, magiging 15 na lang. 15t squared plus 36t then yung minus 1 magiging plus 1. So ito na yung position with respect to time. Now we have to model first the diagram, yung movement diagram. Now para sa problem na to, let's just draw the diagram and then apply natin yung shortcut natin using integrals. Now check muna natin if merong change in direction. Diba, mache-check natin yan by setting the velocity to 0. Ayan. So diba, sa function natin, we can factor out 6. Common yan sa lahat ng terms. So ilabas natin yung 6 and then this would be t squared. Then negative 30 divided by 6 magiging negative 5t. Then 36 divided by 6 magiging 6 positive. So we are left with t squared minus 5t plus 6. So diba, mafa-factor natin yan. Let's find factors of 6 that would add up to negative 5. So diba, yung factors ng 6 pwede 2 times 3, pwede rin negative 2 times negative 3, 6 times 1, or negative 6 times negative 1. Now, obvious naman, sa nasulat natin, what would add up to negative 5 is this one. Negative 2 times negative 3, that will give us positive 6. Then, negative 2 plus negative 3, magiging negative 5. So, ito yung factors natin. So, since factors yan, essentially, we can break this down into parang t minus 2 multiplied by t minus 3. Pair mo lang yung dalawang factors. Now, setting these to 0, individually, we would have t minus 2 equals 0, saka t minus 3 is equal to 0. So, solving t, we would get 2, saka 3. So, merong dalawang instances where the velocity would become 0. Therefore, merong dalawang changes in direction. Sa t equals 2, nag-switch siya ng direction, and then at t equals 3, nag-switch siya ulit. So, model natin yan. So, para ma-model natin, let's just input the position function with respect to time dito sa calculator. So, press mode, then table, tapos input natin yung function. 2x cubed, then minus 15t squared, plus 36t, plus 1. So, start tayo sa t equals 0 seconds, then end tayo sa, ano yung hinahanap? Diba, up to 9 seconds daw. So, t equals 0 to t equals 9 seconds, end na lang tayo sa 9. Bayan, interval of 1 second lang. So, ito yung mapaplot natin. Diba, ito yung boundary condition at t equals 0, the particle is located 1 meter to the right of the origin. So, draw natin yung origin, 0, tapos draw tayo ng line dyan. So, at t equals 0, andito yung object natin. At 1. And then, sa 1 second, nag-move siya going to 24. But instead of plotting everything, check na lang natin yung mga critical points. Itong dalawa, nag-0 kasi yung velocity dyan. They indicate changes in direction. So, ito yung critical points. Ito lang yung need i-plot talaga. So, bale, check natin. At t equals 2, andun siya sa 29. Still to the right of the origin, since positive. So, sabihin natin, andito yan. So, this is 29. Tapos, sulat na lang din natin yung time. T equals 0, then t equals 2. Tapos, nung time is equal to 3 seconds, notice na naging 28 siya. So, di ba, initially, going to the right, then nung nag 3 seconds, andito na siya. Nag-move siya to the left kasi naging 28 na siya. So, plot natin yan dyan. This is 28. So, yung movement niya parang ganito. To the right. Then, this signifies a critical point. So, nag-switch siya ng direction. Ayan. Tapos, nung nag 4 seconds, naging 33. So, di ba? It's somewhere here. So, nag-switch pala siya ulit ng direction. According to what we have solved. So, move natin yan. Somewhere dyan. So, this is 33. And then, plot na lang din natin. So, bumalik siya to the right. Parang ganyan yung movement. So, now, this is at t equals 4 seconds. But again, for the purpose of plotting lang yan, but mas maganda kapag yung 9 seconds na lang yung ipa-plot natin. Bale, tatanggalin ko na lang yan. And then, dito tayo sa 9 seconds. When t equals 9, 568 yung position niya to the right of the origin. So, medyo malayo yan. Huwag na lang natin i-scale. Sabihin na lang natin, andito yan sa point na yan. 568. So, still, straight line pa rin yan. Positive. So, ito na yung t equals 9. Ayan. Now, di ba, yung first question is the displacement. Yan yung distance from the original position going to the final position. Now, kitang-kita naman, measuring this distance, di ba, ito yung displacement. Ayan. Initial position going to the final position. So, the displacement pala is 568. Tapos, babawasan natin ng 1. Diba? Kasi yung buong distance na yan, 568. Then, minus 1. Ito. So, this is equal to 567. Tapos, naka-meters. Now, how about for the distance? For the total distance, diba? You have to add this distance. Yan. Tapos ito naman. Tapos ito. So, tatlong values yung makukuha mo. So, dito na lang. Distance. Ano yung distance na yan? Diba? That is equal to 29 minus 1. So, 29 minus 1, it defines this distance. Ayan. Tapos, ito naman, yung distance na yan, that's equal to 1 meter. Diba? 28 going to 29. 1 meter lang yung movement. So, we would have to add plus 1. Then, ito naman, yung final movement niya involves this distance. Ayan. So, this would be 568 minus 28. Diba? This is at 28 man. So, plus 568 minus 28. So, adding all of them, we would have 29 minus 1, then plus 1, plus 568 minus 28. Ayan. So, the total distance is 569. 569 meters. Ayan. So, lagay natin dyan. This is 567. Ito naman, 569. Ayan. So, paano natin yan masasagutan just by using integration? For the displacement, automatic lang. Integrate mo yung velocity equation, tapos lagyan mo ng limits. So, we have 60 squared minus 30t plus 36, then from 0 to 9. So, input natin yan dito. 0 to 9. Then, 60 squared minus 30t plus 36. So, 567. Tama lang. By the way, yung kanina, instead of factoring this out, pwede mong i-check yan sa calculator agad. So, dito tayo sa mode, then equation. Tapos, dito tayo sa number 3, quadratic equation. Now, input mo lang yung coefficients. Yung kapares ng t squared is 6. Then, negative 30. Tapos, plus 36. Press equals. Ito yung factors mo. So, meron kang 3 saka 2. So, ito na yan. Yan yung mga time kung saan magzi-zero yung velocity. So, no need to factor. Pag alam mo lang paano gamitin yung calculator. So, again, ito yung displacement. Now, paano naman kapag distance? Diba sa distance, we have identified 2 critical points. T equals 2 saka T equals 3. Therefore, when we integrate, kailangan the first limit must be from 0 to 2 for this time. Then, input mo dyan, 60 squared minus 30t plus 36. Tapos, yung second na limits must be from 2 going to 3. Huwag mo lagyan ng 9. Kasi nag-change pa kasi siya ng direction once time is equal to 3 seconds. So, ito pa rin. Meron palang dt yan. Copy mo yan from 2 to 3. Tapos, yung final would be from 3 to 9. So, ito lahat, i-add mo yung tatlo. Kapag meron kang dalawang points where nag-change siya ng direction. And then, don't forget na kailangan naka-absolute value. Ito naka-absolute. Ito rin. Saka yung final. So, input na lang natin yan sa calculators. Mode. Then, integral sign. Tapos, 60 squared minus 30t plus 36. First limit is from 0 to 2. So, this gives us 28. And then, from 2 to 3, ayan, we would get negative 1. But kailangan kasi natin kunin yung absolute value. So, negative 1 would become positive 1. Ayan. And then finally, from 3 to 9. So, press equals, we would get 540. So, adding all of them, magiging 540 plus 28, 568 plus 1, 569. Naka-meters yan. So, di ba? Same lang sa na-compute natin kanina. But medyo madali lang talaga kapag nagamay mo na yung basics ng integration. So, ito yung total distance traveled. Ito naman yung displacement. So, for the next question, calculate the average speed and average velocity. Connected lang yan dito. Now, the average velocity would just be using the displacement, 567, then divided by the total time. From 0 to 9 seconds, time elapsed is 9 seconds. So, this is 63. Ayan. Now, I will just reiterate, kapag merong change in direction, always mas malaki yung distance kesa sa displacement. Yung mga sagot kasi sa exams, merong 567, tama sa displacement, but mali na sa distance. Yung distance, mas maliit kesa sa displacement, which doesn't coincide sa concept natin. Now, for the average speed naman, ano na lang, S average, we would have 569, then divided by 9. Meter, tapos seconds pa rin yan. So, this is 63.22 meter per second. And then, for the last question naman, when t equals 2.5 seconds, at what direction is the particle moving? Again, for questions involving the direction, always check the velocity function. Ayan. So when time is equal to 2.5 seconds, di ba ito yung velocity function. So palitan mo lang yung t ng 2.5 para sa number 5. So v equals 6 times 2.5 squared minus 30 times 2.5 then plus 36. So we would get negative 1.5. Now, negative yung sign, so the body is moving to the left. Ayan. Makikita nyo naman yan sa diagram. At t equals 2.5 seconds, diba, somewhere between yan dito. Kasi itong point na to, this is at, hindi ko pala nasulat, this is at t equals 3 seconds. Diba, dalawang instances nag-switch ng direction. So, yung 2.5, andito yan sa gitna. And then, sa portion na yan, moving to the left siya. So, that's how you can verify. Kaya mas maganda talaga if you will draw the diagram kapag nasa undergrad pa. Para once ma-master mo na yan, yung concept ng movement diagram, madali na lang mag-integrate. So, calculator technique na lang once nasa board exam na. Sige, so ito muna. And then, I will just answer the next questions involving the applications sa next video natin. Salamat sa pagkikinig.